What is your life? It's a question we rarely ask ourselves, but one that carries more weight than most answers we chase every day. We live as if time is infinite. We plan, we wait, we delay. But Scripture says our life is like a vapor, appearing for a little while, then disappearing. One moment we're children, dreaming of what we'll become. The next we're adults, wondering where all those years went. You see, life is short, much shorter than we want to believe, and yet most of us walk through our days as if we've been promised 1,000 more. We wait for the perfect time to change, to heal, to forgive, to pray, to begin walking with God like we know we should. But there's a truth we cannot escape. Tomorrow is not guaranteed, and that should not fill us with fear, but with purpose. Each morning we're handed a gift, a brand new set of hours we didn't earn and can't repeat. Time is not something we store, it is something we spend, and how we spend it reveals what we worship. You may not say it with your lips, but your time speaks louder than words. Do we give our first minutes to God, or do we scroll through noise and distraction? Do we walk slowly with intention, or do we race through days without noticing His presence? Time is not our enemy. Wasting it is. That's why now, not later. Now is the time to return to the Lord. Now is the moment to forgive, to call that person, to send that message, to fall on your knees and pray, even if you haven't in years. Because life, it slips through your hands. You can't hold it, you can't pause it. And when it's over, you won't care how many hours you worked, how many followers you gained, or how much you achieved. You'll care about one thing. Did I live for what truly mattered? And if you're not sure how to answer that, don't feel condemned, feel called. Because while there is breath in your lungs, there is still time to turn it all around. You see, living for God doesn't require a perfect past. It just requires a surrendered present. God isn't waiting for you to become worthy. He's just waiting for you to become willing. Because He knows something we forget. You don't have forever. That dream He placed in your heart, that whisper to forgive someone you've been holding a grudge against, that urge to step out in faith, those aren't just feelings, they're reminders that time is moving and your purpose is calling. When Jesus walked this earth, He didn't waste a single moment. In just 33 years, He changed eternity, not by rushing, not by achieving status, but by loving deeply, obeying fully, and surrendering completely. That's the invitation for you too. You don't need a stage, you don't need applause, you just need to wake up every day and say, God, this life is yours. Every breath, every step, lead me. Maybe today feels ordinary. Maybe nothing about your life feels remarkable, but heaven sees something different. Every time you choose humility over pride, every time you hold your tongue when you could lash out, every time you say yes to God when it costs you something, you're living for eternity. And friend, that matters more than you know. There will always be distractions. There will always be reasons to delay. But at the end of your life, none of those reasons will matter. Not the fear, not the doubts, not the opinions of others. What will matter is what you did with what God gave you. The time, the talents, the truth. So ask yourself, what are you doing with your one and only life? Not someday, not when everything is perfect, but now. Because every minute you waste waiting is a minute you could have been worshipping. Time is one of the few things in life you can't earn more of, and once it's gone, it doesn't return. You can recover lost money, you can rebuild broken relationships, you can restore your health, but time, when it slips through your fingers, it's gone forever. That's why Scripture urges us, redeem the time, for the days are evil. In other words, use your time wisely, because every second matters. The enemy would love nothing more than for you to waste your life, to stay distracted, to stay bitter, to keep putting off your calling until later. But heaven is calling you now, not someday, not eventually, now. So what would happen if today you decided to live as if this life truly is a vapor? Would you forgive faster? Would you worship deeper? Would you love harder? Would you speak to God more often and listen longer? Would you stop chasing things that rust and fade and start investing in things that are eternal? You see, a life lived for God may not always look successful in the eyes of the world, but in heaven's eyes, it's everything. At the end of your life, it won't be about how long you lived, but how you lived. Not about how high you climbed, but how faithfully you followed. And when your time is done and you stand before God, may you hear him say, "Well done, good and faithful servant." But that begins today. So live today with your eyes open, with your heart awake, with your spirit surrendered. Live today like it's a gift, because it is. And use that gift to glorify the one who gave it. This life is short, but eternity is forever. Choose today whom you will serve. And when you do, when you truly give your life to God, you'll discover that even the shortest life, when lived for him, echoes through all eternity. If this message stirred something inside of you, share it with someone who needs to hear it. Subscribe to Heaven's Whisper for more messages like this. Words that bring light, that speak truth, that lift your soul back to where it belongs. And don't forget to like this video, not for numbers, but because it helps others find the message they're searching for. Live every day for God, not later now.